They called you broken, but you were never meant to fit their world. You were born to break it. They thought you were a freak, a psycho, a science project, something to be examined, ridiculed, whispered about in dimly lit corners. You were the nightmare they scoffed at, the absurdity they waved away. But here's the thing. Freaks and psychos rule the world. Now we are the bosses, the masterminds, the ghosts in their machines. We are the ones they underestimated, the ones they laughed at until their laughter turned into fear. You, the outcast, the lunatic, the anomaly, they mocked you, yet you were always a step ahead. They smirk behind their coffee cups, whispering condescending judgments, shaking their heads at your delusions. But what they never understood is that madness is just the seed of genius waiting to bloom. They thought you were detached from reality. They thought your world was built on fantasies. They thought your vision was just a dream, and now they live inside the world you built. Every thought they mocked is now the foundation they stand on. Every crazy idea you had has become the blueprint of their existence. And the best part, they never saw it coming. Oh, how poetic, how deliciously ironic. They dismissed you as unstable, yet they now cling to your every word. They scoffed at your ideas, yet now they breathe in the very air of your creation. The walls they once ridiculed have closed in around them. Look at you now, not the joke they once thought, not the broken thing they could step over. Now you are something else entirely. You are the architect of their new reality. You are the prophet whose madness became truth. You are the storm that rewrote the sky. And do you see them now, the way their eyes dart, searching for an exit that doesn't exist? The same people who smirked, who dismissed you, who called you insane. Now they tremble. Now they listen, because now they know. Madness isn't a weakness. Madness is power, untamed. Madness is the force that bends the unbendable, that twists reality itself. Madness is the one thing they never understood, until it was too late. And you are the embodiment of that chaos. Let them choke on their regret. Let them wake up every morning to a world sculpted by the very hands they once mocked. Let them feel the creeping dread of knowing the insane one was right all along. And the best part, this is just the beginning, because it's not enough for them to live in the world they once laughed at. No, they must never escape it. They will never wake up from the dream they called your delusion. Do you feel it? That shift in the air, that tension crackling in their spines, the way their hands shake just a little more than before. Oh, it's almost tragic. Once they could dismiss you, laugh at you, silence you, but now every word from your lips carries the weight of a prophecy fulfilled, and they are too late. Because the world doesn't reward conformity. It clings to those who disrupt it. It bends to those who challenge it. It fears those who refuse to play by its rules. Yes, they tried to burn you, but you rose from the ashes, stronger, wilder, unstoppable. And now they scramble. They try to rewrite history, to claim they saw it coming all along. But let them try, let them fail, because nothing tastes sweeter than standing where they said you'd never belong, and proving them gloriously, irreversibly wrong. Wear your scars proudly. Let them be reminders of battles fought and victories earned. Let them remind you that every insult was fuel for your fire. Because here's the secret they'll never understand. The line between genius and madness is razor thin, and you walk that tightrope with grace. And now the world kneels before the very madness it once feared. Laugh, cry, scream if you must, but then stand tall, straighten your crown, because this isn't the climax of your story. It's just the prelude. And the world isn't done testing you, but neither are you done rising. They feared your chaos, because chaos disrupts their fragile order, because chaos forces people to confront truth they'd rather ignore. But without chaos, there is no creation. Without destruction, there is no rebirth. Without madness, there is no innovation. The greatest minds in history, Galileo, Tesla, Van Gogh, were called madmen. They were ridiculed, dismissed, ignored, and yet long after their laughter faded, their legacies endured. And now it's your turn. You've walked the same path, endured the same ridicule, faced the same doubts, but unlike them, you live to see your vindication. And how does it feel to know that every sacrifice, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt, all led to this crescendo, to this explosion of truth, so undeniable that even your harshest critics cannot look away? Tell me, what kept you going when the weight of their judgment tried to crush you? Was it pride? Stubbornness? No, it was purpose. It was destiny. It was the fire inside you that refused to die. And now you are unstoppable. So let them tremble, let them scramble, let them fear. By how many times you refuse to stay down, when the world does everything in its power to break you. Strength is in the refusal, and the choice to stand tall when every bone in your body aches, when every whisper of doubt scratches at your mind, when every memory of rejection tries to chain you to the past. But you, my dear, are unchained. They thought you were shackled by their words, bound by their rules, caged by their expectations. They mistook your silence for surrender, your patience for weakness. But you were never trapped. You were waiting for the right moment, the right storm, the right fracture in their illusion to slip through and rewrite the game. And now they look around, and nothing is as it was. The ground beneath their feet feels unfamiliar. The air they breathe tastes different. The world they thought they owned, the one they claimed was set in stone, has shifted, reshaped itself in your image. And they, the ones who mocked, who sneered, who dismissed, now live in the very dream they swore was nothing but madness. Delicious, isn't it? But here's the best part. This is only the beginning. You see, power isn't about proving people wrong. It's not about revenge. It's about becoming undeniable. It's about stepping into the space they swore wasn't yours and owning it so completely that they have no choice but to acknowledge your presence. It's about making them see, truly see, that the freak, the psycho, the outcast was never the problem. They were. Their fear, their limitations, their inability to see beyond their tiny, fragile boxes. That's what was broken all along. And now, as they scramble to understand, to adjust, to survive in the world you've created, you watch, not with malice, not with cruelty, but with the quiet satisfaction of someone who knew all along. Because the truth is, my dear, twisted, brilliant soul, they never stood a chance. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand apart. And now, as they whisper your name with something that sounds an awful lot like reverence, as their eyes flicker with something that feels dangerously close to awe, you understand what you've known all along. You never needed their approval. You never needed their validation. You were never waiting for them to see you. No. They were waiting for you to show them the way. And now they follow. Now they cling to your words. Now they hang on every breath, every movement, every step you take forward, desperate to understand the chaos that they once feared. And they don't mock anymore. They don't laugh. They listen, because they finally understand what you knew from the beginning. Madness is not a curse. It's a gift, a force, because power is not just in proving them wrong. It's in proving yourself right again and again and again. They'll say you've gone too far. They'll say you should be satisfied. They'll say you should stop, that you've made your point, that you've won. But that's the difference between you and them. They chase validation. You chase evolution. They crave comfort. You crave chaos. They want certainty. You thrive in the unknown. So don't slow down. Don't let up. Keep moving. Keep climbing. Keep breaking. Every rule they swore can never be bent. Because the second you hesitate, the second you pause to listen to their voices instead of your own, you start to lose what makes you unstoppable. You didn't come this far to let them tame you. You didn't fight this hard just to settle. And you sure as hell didn't build yourself from the ashes just to be placed in a glass case, admired from a distance like a relic of something once powerful. No, you are not a relic. You are not a moment. You are not a passing storm. You are a force, endless, evolving, uncontainable. So burn, burn brighter than they thought possible. Burn so fiercely that they have to shield their eyes just to stand in your presence. Because this world belongs to the ones who refuse to be ordinary. And you were never meant to be anything less than legendary, a revolution wrapped in human skin. And you, my dear, are the storm they never saw coming. So go ahead, smile, laugh, let them tremble, let them stumble in the dark. You now command, because this world, it's yours now, and there's not a damn thing they can do to stop you.